now.
I'm, dude, earlier today I was thinking about how I talk to my parents or I talk to people at work. I always keep my mouth clean, right? And
Yeah,
I'm
of
thinking,
course, I do the same
and
thing. Especially working in radio and stuff like
yeah.
that.
So
I try to, and there's sometimes I get too hyperactive, and you know me, I can sound like a sailor. But yeah, go on.
and so I was thinking about hold on, let me fix this. This is not doing. Okay, there we go. So I was thinking about how I would how often do I swear without thinking about it if I'm just talking? And I guess it's not that often. I do it, but but the only time I noticed, I was telling my wife about a record I received in the mail a couple months ago, a couple of years ago, and how I
Right.
got it. I was like, and I got it. I was like fucking flimsy, and I was like, why did I say fucking? Like what?
Yeah.
Did I need to say that?
What did I say fucking there? There's no reason to say the word fucking.
Yeah,
And I fucking said it for some fucking reason.
yeah. But here we are, man. Trying to get
Oh
this.
my gosh. Man, I can't wait to talk about these two movies.
Oh yeah, you're excited. Oh, by the way,
Yeah,
we need to talk about what our most anticipated movies of the year are.
of
We're
2022.
yeah, 2021. Like what were the most anticipated? I mean, some of them are coming up, but I'm interested to hear your thoughts on that. So we'll talk about that.
So what are we doing? Wait. Why are we doing that now? What are we talking?
Okay, never mind. I guess.
No. Give me an
Okay,
idea again, because I
so
can't just
we
you can't just throw something
okay.
like that
So
at me without me having at least 5 minutes
the
of
most
thought over it.
anticipated movies of the year are all coming out this month for me, right?
Well, not all of them for me, because most of them, half of them came out already.
Yeah,
Ghostbusters
yeah.
Afterlife,
That was my
Dune,
yeah.
and, and
My three most anticipated this year. Number one was
or
Licorice.
Licorice Pizza,
Yeah, you know that. Ghost is
Spider
Afterlife.
Man.
Well, the ones remaining are Licorice Pizza, Spider Man, and Matrix, right?
Yeah,
And oh, Nightmare Alley, which
Nightmare
uh,
Alley too. Yeah, you can't forget Del
so
Toro.
yeah.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, fuck yeah. We'll run it with a bit on
Okay,
this. We'll
all
run with
right,
a bit on this.
all right.
All right.
Are you ready, man?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm ready to I'm
okay.
ready to get down.
So
It's
quick.
gonna get down tonight. We're gonna get down like a funky monkey. Play that theme music.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of adult ages, this is
Did you
movies that
just say
don't
adult
suck.
ages?
Yes, because no kids should be listening to us.
No, never, never.
This is movies that don't suck and some to do. My name is Neil.
I'm Chris.
And today we are bringing you two movies that are out there for the viewing pleasure of the entire world right now. The first one off of the Netflix streaming service with the always powerful, he looks beautiful, he is a good man, Benedict Cumberbatch.
No, I reject it because I do not believe in fairy tales about chakras or energy or the power of belief. There is no such thing as spirit. We are made of matter and nothing more. You're just another tiny, momentary speck within an indifferent universe.
You think too little of yourself.
Oh, you think you see through me, do you? Well, you don't. But I see through you.
Yeah, I didn't know if I was gonna keep that when he gets hit by Tilda Swinton there, but the great one.
Really great
But
one.
I really labor on getting that part out. So it just
I'm just gonna say after watching The Power of the Dog, I literally went and watched like 2 or 3 Benedict Cumberbatch movies where he's a nice guy. Also in this movie, Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten.
That's what I said.
Okay, you said Kristen.
Did I say Kirsten?
It's Kirsten. It's Kirsten. It's Kirsten.
Is it Kirsten or Kirsten? What is it? All right, Dunst. Whatever her name is.
I know you think we can't be together. But can't you respect me enough to let me make my own decision? I know there will be risks, but I want to face them with you. It's wrong that we should only be half alive, half of ourselves. I love you. So here I am, standing in your doorway. I've always been standing in your doorway.
Yeah, so that's some Kirsten Dunst from Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, the best Spider-Man of all time, arguably. Arguably.
I mean,
You gotta
you're a fan
argue
of the
it.
Tom Holland ones, all right?
I'm a fan of all of them, but there's an order.
Okay, so
Unlike Batman, they haven't screwed him up massively yet.
it's just the thing that Tobey Maguire, he disappeared after Spider-Man. Like, for after that, you didn't see, I haven't seen him since Spider-Man.
Dude, he
honestly.
made like $40 million, $100 million. Who knows how many millions
But
of
Tom
dollars.
Holland's made that, and he's still doing. He's got 5 more coming, right?
Yeah, three more at least.
Okay.
Also, her husband Jesse Plemons is in this movie.
Jesse Plemons is in this movie.
I mean, come on, you gotta try.
No.
You go to school, you get a job, you start a family.
Die.
Would you please stop saying that? I'm gonna live a long, long life. I mean, my grandpa was 96.
At which point he did what? Died.
So that's from Fargo, where Jesse Plemons actually met his wife on the set of Fargo.
Yeah, Kristen Dunst. And then
Oh,
Cody.
by the way, I want to mention every time I see Jesse Plemons, this happens in my head.
Yes. Jesse Plemons. And it was hard for me not to do a game night reference on that one.
I know, because
he was so great in game night.
Dude, he's coming in like so many movies, and we're just running out of stuff to clip by.
Yeah. Next is Jungle Cruise. I'm gonna have to pull Jungle Cruise clips from him. Okay. And then Cody Smith McPhee.
You know when people make wishes on
Dandelions?
no, not dandelions, stars?
Mm-hmm.
It's hilarious because the star they're wishing on is like
A dying one?
probably dead.
Yeah, so that's
The Power of the Dog.
Yeah, Netflix is The Power of Dog.
The Power of the Dog. If you haven't seen this movie yet, we're going to talk about it in a few minutes. I got some words to say about this movie.
I got some words.
I'm going to go. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. We're going to get deep and dirty in the dirt with it. And then the next movie that we're talking about has been the big one in the theaters the last 2 weeks.
And we're late on this one, though.
We're late on this one, but we had other movies that we wanted to watch before.
Sure.
And
Yeah,
it's just
man.
the way it is. And we can only do what we can do. We do 2 movies.
Yeah.
There's like 20 that are coming out per week right now.
Yeah, no, it's just ridiculous. So,
oh my gosh. Oh, Lacey says that Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man. I agree. I'm just saying there's other Spider-Man movie, and like Batman movies where some of them really suck. We're not going to talk about them.
Leave this out, man. Because people would think some really suck. They're going to think Batman Forever and Batman Robin. But you know what?
No, I'm talking straight Christopher Nolan.
I know you are.
but Spider-Man, they just had some bad versions of like Spider-Man 3 and like Amazing Spider-Man 2.
We'll definitely talk about how we thought about House of Gucci.
Yeah, we're gonna get to House of Gucci here in a minute. First, starring Lady Gaga.
You gonna come home when you're done?
Do you not want me to?
No, I want you to. I'm just wondering if
Where else would I go?
I don't know. I guess I just thought,
wait,
like there's Jack.
Wait. Why would you say that?
I don't know. I guess I wondered without the booze, if you would want to come home. Because when you met me, you were drinking, and now you're not.
So that's actually from A Star Is Born. Neil's. I think the whole movie you get a 5. Dude.
Yeah, dude, I love that movie. I still love it too.
It's so good.
I'm watching
it's
the
so
scenes
good,
from the movie, just trying to find a scene. Like I teared up, man. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh my god, this is such an emotional movie. Why? Why am I watching this now? Why could I just grab a clip from American Horror Story?
Who else in this movie?
Oh, the guy from Mishawaka, Indiana. The man, the guy, the legend, Adam Driver.
I just had sex. I'm about to eat nachos! The greatest moment of my life! Unless you screw it up with whatever it is you're about to say.
It's about your cousin.
She's my cousin. It's like incest.
She's not my cousin.
Yeah, but you're like my brother, so it's like my brother asking my advice on how to incestuously bang my cousin.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great, the thing is, after watching House of Gucci, I was looking for other Adam Driver movies I've never seen, and that was one of them. Is What If with Daniel Radcliffe from Harry Potter, of course. And the two of them play off of each other great in that movie. So if you haven't seen the movie What If,
with Adam Driver saying, "I just had sex and had some nachos.
I've got some nachos, and it's the greatest day ever, except for whatever you're about to say." Yeah. All right, and then Al Pacino, of course.
What is your motto here? Boys, inform on your classmates, save your hide. Anything short of that, we're gonna burn you at the stake? Well, gentlemen, when the shit hits the fan, some guys run and some guys stay. Here's Charlie facing the fire, and there's George hiding in Big Daddy's pocket. And what are you doing? You're gonna reward George and destroy Charlie.
Yeah. I got another one. Do you want me to play the other clip too?
Yeah, what's the other clip you got of Al Pacino?
Because she got a great ass. And you got your head all the way up it.
You know, the thing about Al Pacino screaming is always amazing. Like when he
Al
screams.
Pacino doing anything is amazing. The guy could read the phone book.
Okay, who else is in this movie though?
And last but not least, Jeremy Irons.
In fact, I'd like to speak to the guy who put this together. Mr. Sullivan, is it? Does he speak English?
Sir?
I'd like to speak with the analyst who seems to have stumbled across this mess.
Certainly. That would be Peter Sullivan right here.
Oh, Mr. Sullivan, you're here. Good morning. Maybe you could tell me what you think is going on here. And please, speak as you might to a young child or a golden retriever. It wasn't brains that got me here, I can assure you of that.
So, you picked a great movie to pick a great clip from. I love Margin Call, dude. Margin Call.
Oh yeah. Margin to Call. Jeremy Irons is one of my favorite actors, and I don't think he gets enough credit because for a while there, I think for like a good 15 years, every movie that he was in flopped, and it wasn't his fault. It was just because like he did like Dungeons and Dragons, which should have been 10 times better. Eragon, which should have been better. Like
But Die Hard with a Vengeance is pretty good.
Yeah, Die Hard with a Vengeance is awesome.
But the thing is, like, there's
Simon Says.
I'm surprised when you choose Jared Leto or who else is in this? Was it Jared Leto? There's someone else.
I didn't get Selma Hayek because we just recently did a movie with Selma Hayek. So I wanted to give the honors to Jeremy Irons. Jared Leto, we're gonna talk about that. There's a reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason.
We'll talk about all these people in House of Gucci because I have some thoughts on this too.
Yeah, I got some really deep thoughts about this movie. I've been thinking it over. Like, I think I saw the movie last. I think I saw it Sunday.
I did too. I did saw Sunday as well.
Yeah. I think I seen it at the same time. What time was it? 7?
Yeah, it was 7.
Yeah, because I got the calendar reminder and I was like, no, I'm not going to. Whatever place you're going to Kansas City. Yeah. I'm going to, and then the reminder for mine came up at the same time.
Yeah,
I was like,
so
weird.
to get the actual email tickets emailed to me, I accidentally put in the wrong email address on my AMC, so I just changed it to the communal movies that don't suck email.
Yeah, I don't care. It's fine. It's funny. I get reminders all the time for the movie when you're about to go see the movies.
Yeah, so it's kind of
so
funny.
Chris.
Yeah.
First, you gotta tell everybody where they can get us at. Do it slow. Do it beautiful. Give me that.
You can find us online. Okay. You can find us online, moviesdon'tsuck.net. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/moviesdon'tsuck podcast. We're on Twitter at MTS Podcast. We're on Instagram at MTS Podcast. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/moviesdon'tsuck. You guys want to buy merch with our faces on it or our name on it? It's you go to bonfire.com, search Movies Don't Suck and something they do. We also are on Twitch at MTS Podcast. If it's all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your podcast, you can find Movies That Don't Suck and Some That Do. How's that?
All right. And so for small businesses, what we do is if you got a friend that has a small business or you have a small business, send us the info. We get hundreds of thousands of downloads a week, and we would love to share your information with the people that listen to us. Right now, we're going to do one of those businesses just to show you how it's done. Today, we are advertising El Rancho Grande Restaurant in Katana. Yes, El Rancho Grande Restaurant Katana right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, 1629 East 11th Street on historic Route 66. Now, Elantra. I got stuck on my tongue right there. I saw it one as soon as I said it. El Rancho Grande. Come experiences Tulsa's Tex-Mex tradition, celebrating more than 60 years on historic Route 66, nestled between downtown and midtown on 11th Street, just west of Utica. El Rancho Grande has always been known as a place where delicious food and gracious service turns many first-time visitors into weekly regulars. I can suggest this because this restaurant's never empty. I have never gone past it. We went there at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon when it's supposed to be dead at restaurants.
Yeah.
And it was slow right when we got there. Within
Yeah.
30 minutes, every table full because the food is great. The service is great. And they have a katana that is upstairs
Yeah.
that you can literally see all of downtown.
Uh-huh.
Like from it,
Beautiful.
and it's just beautiful, and the wood furniture and everything. Oh man, it's beautiful.
I
I'll
gotta
take
say,
you there
man,
next time you're down here. Yeah, next
yeah,
time you're
because
here,
that
we'll go get some tacos.
awesome. Because
But
I gotta tell you, man, good Tex-Mex is impossible to find in Kansas City. They have an okay Mexican. You can find okay Mexican food, but it's
Tex-Mex.
yeah, Tex-Mex you gotta find in Oklahoma or Texas. You know.
Yeah, and you're from Texas, so you know.
Yeah, I know good. I know good
You're
things
all
about
about the Tex-Mex, not
Yeah.
just the Mexican. But again, that's El Rancho Grande Restaurant. You can find them at El Rancho Tulsa on Facebook, or you can go to their website, El Rancho Grande Mexican Food.com. All right. So, man, the year's almost over.
Yeah.
We only got how many more episodes left? We got one. Next episode is 200 episodes. We have been doing this for 200 episodes.
I know, man, that's a lot.
Okay, so 52 weeks a year.
Yeah.
Adds to 1, 2. We've been doing this for 4 years, man.
It's a long time, man. It's a long time.
4 years we've been doing this show.
I know.
Damn.
It's a long time, man. I mean,
I love you too.
it still feels new, man. It still feels kind of new. Right?
Hey, dude, I'm always excited to do this episode. To be honest, like I have a good job, and I'm not gonna say I don't. I really have a good job. I got good people I work with, and that's awesome. But
no, it's just top priority for me. Like whenever like it's like I plan my week around when I'm gonna.
Oh yeah. I have to wedge everything in there, and like even I do the clips that we just played at the beginning of this podcast. I did those Tuesday night at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I woke up and I was like, oh, there's my email. Oh, nice.
Yeah. There you go. Oh, and by the way, your Christmas gift was just delivered to your house. Make sure to put it to the side, and let's do it on if you have one to me by next week.
No, there's an episode before. Hold on. Yeah, we got 2 weeks before that. You're right. We'll do it on the 23rd.
I bought it on Black Friday weekend, Cyber Monday. You know, I all my gifts this year I bought on that weekend, so I'm done with it.
On the 23rd, we'll go ahead and we'll open gifts on there.
Oh yeah, you should. Oh man, let me tell you what I got my mother. Okay, she's
listening.
I know she's listening, and that's why I said that. Anyway.
Okay. But I mean, how's your week been, man? It's been a full week since we spoke.
Man, all right. We have not had an empty weekend since the weekend before Thanksgiving.
I'm with you, man.
People have been at my house, or I've been doing stuff at my mom laughed. I forgot there's a delay, so like it takes a second for me to get information. But so we haven't got to put our trees up yet. We got the trees up, but we don't get the lights on them or the decorations up, and that. But I got all the decorations outside up. So it looks like we're in full Christmas gear here.
Yeah.
You know, all the boxes are still like, I mean, I got some boxes just like right next to me right here that you can't see. And it's like, so we still have to do that. But then this weekend, I have to work, like I told you, I don't know how long it's going to be. I have been guesstimated from my work anywhere between 12 to 14 hours.
Yeah.
Because we're doing two Christmas parades that I'm driving the radio station vehicles.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna work with the road. They don't know. I don't know exactly where I'm going in what we're doing on these Christmas parades, but yeah, I don't know. So to me, me and my wife have just been resting. There's a video game called "It Takes Two of Us" or "It Takes the Two of Us." That's a great game. It's just a fun. Fun console game if you want to play it with your wife.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's like, and the funny thing is, it's a sad game too, because it's like about a couple who's divorcing, and like they get shrunk down and they have to work together. So then it's trying to respark the plug or the love. Oh my gosh.
I'll check it out. There's this game that me and my wife played a while back, but we took turns like controlling it, called To the Moon, which made you played. I cried at the end of that one. Damn.
Yeah, it's those games like that.
All right.
So like I said, we only got a couple episodes left for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
What movie are you looking forward to the most coming up in the next 3 weeks?
Licorice Pizza, 100%. Like
One
with that,
Licorice Pizza is your number one.
Yeah, and then Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
and then Spider-Man and Alley probably neck and neck when it comes to how bad I want to see those, and then Matrix Resurrections, which I'm a little worried about. I gotta be honest. I don't know if it's,
I'm not gonna lie. I love all those movies and I want to see them all. I get like kind of goosebumps when I see the trailers, you know?
Yeah.
But the movie I'm really looking forward to, and let's just be honest, you know why. And we all know what it is already if you know me. Spider-Man, No Way Home. I mean, it looks like we're gonna get the Sinister Six from the comic books on the screen. And
have you got tickets yet?
Huh?
Have you got tickets yet?
No, I'll get them day of or whatever. I'm not. I live in Tulsa. I don't live in Kansas City.
So you're saying that you'll be able to find tickets easy?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
Okay, all right.
There'll be a seat for me somewhere. I'll find
it. One of my Christmas gifts that I think Leah's gonna give me is that on Christmas Day she's gonna let me go see Licorice Pizza on that day. So because it comes out Christmas and I cannot fucking wait, dude. I love Paul Thomas Anderson, so this is a big treat for me.
Yeah, I can't wait for that movie. That's gonna be a great movie too. All right, I say we get. Which one do you want to go first? Which one do you want to go to? Well, you know what? We got some people that have been really want to hear what our opinion is on House of Gucci.
Okay, we'll do that one first.
And to be honest, they're both good movies.
Oh yeah,
they're good enough that we can switch them both ways. So you know what? Let's just go House of Gucci first. Let's do it.
Okay. Directed by the second movie this year. Ridley Scott directed this. He also did The Last Duel earlier, which we both loved.
Yeah, Last Duel, and with Adam Driver too.
Also with Adam Driver. Yeah, and it's he's. I mean, if you guys don't know, he's also did Gladiator. He did The Martian. He did Prometheus. He did Robin Hood, Body of Lies, American Gangster, Black Hawk Down, Gladiator, Hannibal, G.I. Jane. Did you listen to him, by the way, on Mark Maron's podcast?
Not yet. I'm halfway through Benedict Cumberbatch right now.
I need to let you know that when you listen to him, Mark will mention a movie, and then Ridley will go, "That's a great movie," like about his own movie. He'll be like, "Fantastic movie," and Mark's like, "You must." Mark said after the interview, he's like, "Yeah, this guy really likes his own movies." But
hey, you know what?
What?
I'm just really upset with you because you're saying movies, but you're not saying like the big ones. You didn't say Alien. You didn't say Blade Runner. You didn't say Legend. You didn't say. Legend was one of my favorite movies of all time with Tom Cruise in it.
Did you like Kingdom of Heaven? I like Kingdom of Heaven a lot.
Yeah, Kingdom of Heaven was a great movie by him as well. But anyway, let's continue.
Okay.
Who's the writer of this movie?
The writer of of House of Gucci, not The Power of the Dog. What's wrong with me? It's written by Becky Johnston, Robert Benetavigna, and Sergei Fordin actually wrote the book House of Gucci. So it's based on a book, and these two, Becky Johnston and Robert Benetavigna, adapted it. This stars the amazing, the beautiful Lady Gaga.
You gonna come home when you're done?
Do you not want me to?
No, I want you to.
As she plays Patricia Reggiani. Adam Driver plays Mauricio Gucci.
I just had sex. I'm about to eat nachos. It's the greatest moment of my life.
We got Al Pacino as Aldo Gucci.
What is your motto here? Boys, inform on your classmates. Save your hide. Anything short of that, we're gonna burn you at the stake.
And then Jeremy Irons is Rodolfo Gucci.
But I'd like to speak to the guy who put this together. Mr. Sullivan, is it? Does he speak English?
And then it also stars Jared Leto as Paolo Gucci, Jack Huston as Dominica De Sol, Selma Hayek as Pina Aramima, and dude, I keep going on. There's people that
there's just a list. It is a list of like some Selma Hayek, Jack Houston, Alexa Mir. Yeah, like you also have Cutter. Like there's just a list of good actors in this movie.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and read that storyline. We'll jump into it.
Okay.
House of Gucci is inspired by the family empire behind the Italian fashion house of Gucci. When Paparazzi Radagini, an outsider from humble beginnings, marries into the Gucci family, her unredited ambition begins to unravel in the family legacy and triggers a reckless spiral of betrayal, decadence, revenge, and ultimately murder.
So I want to say first off the bat, I like this movie. Like I do, I like this movie, but there's things about it that are fucking weird. Okay.
All right. All right. Let me give. Okay, I like that you just like off the back. You're like, I like this movie. All right.
But I have things to
I
say about
like part of this movie.
it. Okay.
I feel like this movie was 2 movies.
I feel like it was 5, and every actor was from a different movie. That's what I felt like.
Yes,
Yeah.
there we go. There it is,
Yeah.
right there, Chris. You got it. No, I'm gonna agree with you on some of that right there. I feel like there is the rise of Adam Driver and Lady Gaga. What's her name? Patrice and
Patricia, yeah, and
Patricia and
Mauricio.
Mauricio. And at the beginning,
Dude,
they're such lovely, nice, lovely characters. Go ahead.
I love that part of the movie. I was so like, I was smiling. I'm like, this is cute and sweet. Like,
Yeah. But then all of a sudden, they're the bad guys.
Yeah, they're awful people. Everyone in the family is awful, honestly.
Yeah, everyone in the family is awful. Not a single fucking person in the whole Gucci family in this movie were good people whatsoever. Not one of them. But this is my one problem with the movie.
Uh-huh.
Okay, no, I got 2 major problems.
Okay,
This is problem number 1.
Okay.
Why? Why did they go from being the good guys, being, happy and love, everything's great, everything's amazing, and then all of a sudden, switch.
I mean,
They don't give you
change.
kind of an explanation for that.
Oh, so you want a little bit more reason why they went from shitty to good to shitty, right?
Yeah, like all of a sudden they're good, they're happy, they're in love. They have one of the weirdest sex scenes I ever seen in a movie. I like they're convulsing. I don't know what the hell that was. It's like,
Yeah,
like I don't know what it was. But then all of a sudden, like, I don't think Ridley Scott, and I love Ridley Scott. Don't ever think I'm dissing him. I just think he needed like something, like one little scene or something that just tells us this is the twist. Here's why now.
I think this had really good. I think Ridley Scott does movies like this because I think it was just hard to do this. I think he does one movie for himself, which is this year's Last Duel, and then one movie for them, which is House of Gucci.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah, and so
I watched Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, man. I get it. You do one for you, and you do one for them.
Yeah. So, but
lemon face.
I want to mention that. So I like this movie for the most part. There are parts. I mean, it's campy for sure. People say, I mean, but I have a problem with Lady Gaga's accent because she doesn't sound Italian. She sounds fucking Russian the whole time. I'm like,
she sounds Jersey.
Yeah, she doesn't sound. I mean, everyone in this speaking English with Italian accents, which is not how Gucci. They talked in Italian, like that's what they spoke. They didn't speak English in the Italian countryside, which is not an issue because it's like that. It's the movie, right? You can't have it all in Italian. But like the accents were weird, and Jared Leto was the weirdest person in this fucking movie
by far.
And I don't.
That's problem number 2 with this movie. Jared fucking Leto, dude.
Did we need him? I feel like they could have gotten someone else.
What the hell was that whole? I don't even know. Like it seemed like he was doing an impression of an impression.
Yeah, it was weird. Like everyone in this movie did their part, but it's like I said, for a different movie. Everyone was directed. You're in a different movie. Like not even parts of the movie. Like
right.
Like Jared Leto was. Do you think he was doing a comedy? Which
I don't know. I mean, because to be honest, you know who he reminds me of?
What's that?
All right. All right. This is gonna be far fetched. I'm throwing something at you.
Okay, yeah.
Hopefully you can catch this.
Okay,
and you can bring
ready.
it to it. All right.
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
Did you ever watch Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle?
Of course I have. I have. It's a classic movie, dude.
Besides the boils, He reminds me of the tow truck driver.
Yes, Freak Show. Yeah,
Freak Show.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. I didn't know if you would know it if I said Freak Show, but that's what he reminds me of. Without the boils and the weird, whatever.
I can hear every word you're saying. I love that, dude. That honestly, that tow truck scene with Rahul Kumar with Freak Show is probably my favorite scene from that movie. It's so good.
Right.
Yeah.
But in this, I man, I get what Jared Leto's been trying to do lately. I get it.
I think they could have used someone else. Like honestly, they could have used someone else.
But why do I got to keep saying that about Jared Leto? Why?
Why?
In every fucking movie he's in lately, I gotta say they should have used someone else.
Well, it's just that they didn't need to put him all in makeup. They could use someone who was bald. They could use someone who's older instead of
Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, Paul Giamatti. Great. He'd been so good. But they got Jared Leto, which is weird.
And because of him, that's what makes this movie more campy than what it should have been. And
Father, Son, House of Gucci.
Yeah.
I saw previews for this so many that my wife, like, she didn't even want to see it, but she was doing that to me. I'm like, we seen that, and she goes, Father, Son, House of Gucci.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm seeing House of
Yeah.
Gucci.
And the thing is, I wanted to like this movie, especially after that first like 35, 45 minutes.
Those 35 minutes are so good, man. You were rooting for Patricio and Mauricio, and then
you're like, yes, and then all of a sudden it's just like turned. And the thing is, there needed to be a scene, I think, between Lady Gaga and Adam Driver, or Patricio or Mauricio, whatever, where then that's why it flips.
Yeah, and that's when it seemed like he was just getting too deep into work or something. It was weird because what it seemed like it flipped is when I'm like, do I want to give stuff away? It's a movie that's public record. It's like everyone kind of knows what happened.
Everybody knows what happens. Everybody knows that.
So when he goes, I'll just say this: when he goes out to Switzerland is when it switches, kind of,
Yeah.
And but you're right. It does get it suddenly happens, and you're not sure why.
Yeah. All of a sudden, I'm just like, okay, wait a minute. I just love these two guys. I thought there was like the two of them against all of the Gucci crowd, and I'm like, yeah. And then all of a sudden, now I'm supposed to hate these two people.
Yeah.
Like, why?
The most level person in this, the most level actors in this movie, I think that really made it good, are Adam Driver and Al Pacino, and Lady Gaga. Like,
no, I mean, I'll put it in pro wrestling terms. All right.
Okay.
If WrestleMania 13 never happened, then we would have never known that Bret the Hitman Hart became a heel, and Stone Cold Steve Austin became the good guy.
Yeah.
If that never happened, but going into WrestleMania, Stone Cold was the bad guy, Bret Hart was the good guy. And then at the end of that match, Bret Hart was the bad guy and Austin was the good guy. And because of that match, if that match never happened, and then on Monday Night Raw, all of a sudden Austin shows up and he's the good guy, why? Why is he the good guy? Last week we were booing him. Now he's the good guy? Why?
And I feel weird saying like, hey, we like, because this supposedly actually happened, right? But like I do feel weird thinking like we're talking plot points, but it's really about telling the story, and Ridley he just did what he did. It was weird though. It was really weird. The accents were weird. Jared Leto, I guess they just let him off the leash. So like, do what you want, and he just fucking did what he wanted, and it wasn't good. But
now, all that said, it still was a good movie.
Yeah, we like the movie. We like the movie. It's a good movie.
It still was a good movie. Was it a great movie? No. Is it going to be my top 10 of the year? Definitely not. But it was a movie that, what's the best way to say this? It entertained me. The only problem that I really have with it.
Was it too long for you? It was like 2.5 hours long.
30 minutes too long.
30 minutes too long? Okay.
30 minutes too long. I think they could have knocked out 30 minutes. They could have made the heel turn a little bit more
pronounced.
And cut back, and the 30 minutes they could have cut could have been all of Jared Leto.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I like, Ridley Scott knows how to make an artistic movie, but this movie was made for mass consumption, and because of that, it suffered. I think. Like,
yeah, it's a very tough movie.
You can use your hand on that. You don't need to use the bottle opener.
Are these twist offs?
Yeah, the twist offs.
Oh my gosh! No wonder you drink them. Anyway.
Hey, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. I have a bottle opener. I used to. My unlock button on my clicker for the car broke, and we tried to just fix it with using like getting a new housing. We'd have a locksmith come to our house at 9 o'clock to do that.
All right, let's get some quotes and let's
Let's
finish this puppy up.
Okay.
What the heck is that? Oh, and the amount of smoking in this movie just wanted me to have a cigarette the entire time.
Dude, everyone was everyone had a
cigarette.
cigarette, and I was like, you're like, I wish I could press pause on this so I could have a cigarette.
Yeah, or I could smoke in the theater. Why can't there be a theater where you can smoke? That'd be awesome. Anyway, it was a name that sounded so sweet, but yet so seductive. Why haven't I seen you before? You weren't looking hot enough. You seem to be nice. You seem too nice to be a lawyer. There are good ones out there. Oh, you mean the dead ones? These are ghosts, not mine. Your regrets. You used to touch people. Now you touch yourself. I thought that was a good line. Yeah, anyway. Strong family makes a strong business. You found the one thing your father and I agree on. Wear more red for protection and more green. It's more cleansing. Can I ask you a question? Well, you just did. Get it? I like that. I like that.
I like that too. Yeah. I've thought about using that on Leah soon. So
men have a problem of thinking they're smarter than they actually are. Don't patronize me. These words are not comforting to me. A story has a beginning and an end, and ours ended a few chapters ago. I had no idea I married a monster. You didn't. You married a Gucci. Don't fuck this up, or I'll put a spell on you. If you thought it was about money, you know less about Gucci than I thought. Chris, give me your number, man. What do you got?
3.7, I think.
I'm gonna go a little less than you. I'm gonna go 3.6 on this one.
Take a shot. Take a shot, everyone. Take a shot.
And the reason being is Jared Leto. I hate to say it. It's Jared Leto, and I don't know why all of a sudden I have to hate everybody.
I mean, I thought you had a liking for Jared Leto.
I do. I do like Jared Leto. But this character that he brought in there,
it's a weird character. It's a weird character. It's a weird character.
It didn't fit. It didn't fit the movie that he was in. And
I
that's
think
all I gotta say about
I think
that.
what happened is Jared Leto is a weird person. I feel like he was doing himself. Like he's like, I'll do this. And Ridley was like, okay. Like, I don't know.
He was
Man.
doing himself.
I don't. Okay, whatever.
Was he doing your mom?
Yeah.
Doing your mom. Doing your mom. You know, straight up doing your mom.
Okay. Well,
anyway.
Now there is a audience score and a critic score on Rotten Tomatoes, and there's also an audience says. So, first off, if you guys don't listen to the show, you never listened to it before, at the end after we get our scores, Neil we play a game where Neil guesses the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes and guesses the critic score after that. But we're gonna play that game now with House of Gucci. So I give this movie 3.6. 7. Neil 3.6. You guys play the drinking game. Go ahead and take a shot. But Neil, what is the audience score in this movie?
Man. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Anyway, the audience score has to be 65%.
83%.
83%. Let me hear that. Let me hear it.
Audience says you can be slow going, but House of Gucci adds up a fascinating story. Lady Gaga's performance is knockout. And yeah, Lady Gaga's performance, or as I like to call her, Lady Gaga, her performance is good. She's a great actress.
Mhm.
But I think we're a little more critical than the audience is. Like I said, this was made for mass consumption, not for snobby critics like us.
Right?
What's the critic score on this one?
74.
60.
60.
Yeah.
Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Critics' consensus is House of Gucci House of Gucci vacillate. Yeah, okay. House of Gucci. Sorry, the
You
word.
can talk. It's okay.
House of Gucci vacillates between inspired camp and dour drama, too often pull off a confident runaway strut. But Lady Gaga's no perfect performance has a timeless style all its own. There we go. All its own.
Wow. All its own. All its own.
Gaga is great, or Gaga's great. And it is campy. And
Adam Driver's good. Let's be honest. The three good parts of this fucking movie are Adam Driver. No. 4 parts. Adam Driver, Lady Gaga, Al Pacino, Jeremy Irons. I really think the only reason this movie looked campy was because of fucking Jared Leto. And I hate to say that. I like Jared Leto. I am a fan of Jared. I watched My So-Called Life back in the day. I thought, oh man, she better hook up with that guy. No, but 30 Seconds to Mars, I've seen them in concert twice.
You've seen it twice?
I mean, they're with other bands, dude. They're opening up for bands I was there to see. It's like when I say I've seen Seven Dust over 60 times.
What does VOI stand for, by the way?
I don't know. For your information?
But the VOI says for your information. So they're saying something like VOI for your information. Borden Dinah is someone watching us. Do you know who that is?
I have no idea who that is. VOI, whatever that means. We're old. We don't know that cool lingo. Just let us know.
Dude, I just found out what bet meant. When people say bet, I was like, what is that? And they're like, you don't know what bet means? I guess I'm fucking old, dude.
We are old. I'm fucking 41. You're 107.
35.
Yeah, you're close. You're close.
I'm there.
You're getting there. But yeah, dude. So good movies, great. It's a good movie. I like Jared Leto, but I just don't think he brought it here.
It was weird. It was he was doing some weird coked up performance. I can't explain it. But I think we're done with this one. You get the news real quick?
Let's get the news. Let's do it. This is the Movies Don't Suck and some of them news. I tell Chris stuff from the massive thing known as the World Wide Web, and he acts like he hasn't read it on the toilet this week.
Lately, I've been trying to stay away from movie news just because I know that I want to be like surprised when you tell me about it. But there's some things I can't avoid.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Yeah.
Anyway,
I used to have that, by the way. I used to have that, from Dexter. But I wish I had that on my soundboard. I used to, but then I was like, "There's not enough room for it." And so, you
need more room. Because to be honest, if you haven't watched the new Dexter show, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm trying. My wife wants to watch it, but she wants to wait till it's done so she can binge it.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
makes sense. All right, first things first, man. You know how I've been saying for years we need to do a guy trip out to Los Angeles?
Yeah, I think so. I think I remember
Hollywood, Los Angeles, so we can see the movie stuff.
So
we can see the movie stuff, and then we can see the music stuff, like the Whiskey A Go Go and the Rainbow Room.
Imagine we did that. I'd bring our recording equipment along so we could record about at the end of the day.
Definitely, dude.
Hollywood podcast
everywhere. Everywhere. All right, so let's think about going April 28th, between April 28th and May 8th of 2022.
Why is that?
There is an 11-day comedy festival happening in Los Angeles.
Who's performing?
Oh my God. Who is performing, Chris, is the question and the answer everybody wants. Let me start. Dave Chappelle, Amy Schumer, Jerry Seinfeld, Wanda Sykes, Fluffy, Let me go down here.
So by
Amy
the then you
Poehler,
get for you-
Azaza
for season,
Anasri,
sorry.
Bert Kreshner, Bill Burr, Chelsea Handler, Chris Rock, Conan O'Brien, David Letterman, Eddie Izzard, fucking Ellen DeGeneres, Fortune,
Fortune
Ronnie
feature.
King, Eliza Shinston, Jane Fonda, Lily Tomlin, John Mulaney, Jonathan Ness, Dr. Ken Kennard, Kevin Hart, Kevin Smith, Larry David, Margaret Chow, Maya Ruffalo, Greg Russell, Michael McIntyre, Michael Rodman, Mike Myers, David O. Russell, Nick Kroll, Nickel Byer, Patton Oswalt, Pete Davidson, Ryan Ramona, Sandra Bernhardt, Seth Rogen, Tio Ron, Tyler Dodd, Tim Robinson, Tina Fey, and many more.
Eliza, I'm going to correct some things you said. It's Eliza Schlesinger.
I don't give a shit.
Sorry.
I don't give a shit. There's a lot of names.
Listen, it's a lot of names.
There's a lot of names, brother.
Yeah, I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you. Last week I saw Patton Oswalt live. I saw Patton Oswalt live.
But anyway,
Did
I
tell you
know. No, you
great.
didn't even talk about it last week, so I'm not going to talk about it this week. You pissed me off about that.
Why?
Anyway.
What are you talking about?
Because you didn't even talk about it. I was like, anything you're looking excited to, like we do at the beginning of every episode. No, I'm good. That's what you said. No, I'm good.
We didn't even talk about our
week. And then you went and seen Patton Oswalt?
He was great. He was fucking hilarious.
I'm sure he was great. Patton Oswalt's amazing. But anyway,
okay.
Netflix is a joke. It's a comedy festival.
Oh yeah,
and that's the name of it.
That's it. I listened to that on road trips. Sirius XM Netflix joke. I listened to that on every road trip I go on.
Yeah. So like that's coming up in April, May, and there's gonna be 942
we got
things going for it.
We got
if I can, I mean, you know what I'm doing at the beginning of the month of April?
No.
WrestleMania in Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know if I'll have the money for that, man.
Yeah.
If you guys want to send funds, it's GoFundMe at.
No, we have a Patreon. If you guys want to give us money on Patreon,
I got a Patreon. We also got Bonfire. Buy some shirts so we can go. HBO releases Harry Potter Return to Hogwarts reunion.
Yeah, I know about that.
So January 1st to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the original release. I guess they're doing a whole shebang of Harry Potter.
Yeah, what we've been doing is we've been actually watching it like when we go to sleep, me and Leah. We'll put the movie on and put the sleep timer on and fall asleep to it.
Oh, I do that with a lot of movies too. Like last night I did Doctor Strange because again, before we talk about the next movie, I need to like Benedict Cumberbatch again.
I mean, you want me back to being Cumberbatch? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Right. Anyway, Tom Holland talking about Spider-Man. Tom Holland is going to be playing Fred Astaire in an upcoming biopic.
Yeah, I heard about that. I don't know how I feel about it.
He feels like his tap dancing is on point. And unlike Fred Astaire, he doesn't smoke. So
yeah, I mean everyone's smoking that
I'm
time.
Sure he's got better cardio.
Yeah, I mean after doing Uncharted, I'm sure he does. And being Spider-Man, I guess.
There is a movie from 1989 that is now dominating Netflix.
What movie is it?
The Punisher with Dolph Lundgren and Lou Gossett Jr.
Oh, that's happening? That's the people watching that?
Like a ton of people. And I'm time it gets the recognition it deserves.
I thought you liked the other like the more recent Punisher. I thought you were more into that.
No, I like the TV series, the Netflix series with John. Yeah, I didn't like the Thomas Jane one with him and John Travolta.
Yeah,
but Dolph Lundgren, I loved that. Even when I was a kid, I had the VHS. I got it on DVD when it was one of the first 20 DVDs I bought.
So have you watched it yet? Have you watched it again yet?
No, not this time. But I will soon.
Okay.
Because it's not a movie I can't really go to bed with.
Oh yes,
because there's so many explosions and shooting and stuff like that. And so I'm just really worried about that with my wife. But man, Dolph Lundgren always acts with like no emotion.
Yeah.
And what works best
with
the Punisher.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
Oh man. I mean, besides not having the big skull on his chest, it was fucking, it was a good movie. I liked it.
Yeah, sure.
And so The Punisher from 1989 is now available. on Netflix.
If you guys want to watch it.
Spider-Man
Yeah, about Spider-Man.
Across the Spider-Verse
I'm excited for that one for sure.
will be not just one, but be in 2 parts.
Okay. How do you feel about that?
Awesome.
You're like more Spider-Man. Yeah, I'm fine with it, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be in 2 parts. So the first one I know is going to feature the 2099 Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
The second part's going to be in 2023. The first one, and okay, Miles' story is an epic. We write that what we thought the story needed to be, and to our surprise, we realized it was 2 movies instead of 1. We're working on them both as we speak. Part 2 will be out sometime in early 2023, and the second will be out in 2024.
Okay, as long as they're like a year after you share, I don't have to wait 2 years for it.
Yeah. You know, like Back to the Future. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They did that.
Back to the Future 2 and 3.
Yeah, they were like right back to back there within a year.
They were.
Do you
I
remember
was in the theater.
Remember Matrix 2 and 3 came out within 6 months of each other? You remember that?
Yes, I went a first night on each one of them.
All right.
Cal Penn is all set to play Toronto Raptors superfan Nav Piatto in new biopic. Now, Nav Piatto is perhaps the most iconic name associated with the NBA in Canada. He has been a huge fan of the team for decades now, and his loyalty earned him legendary status in the NBA community over the years. Last year, Piatto became the first fan to be inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. The Raptors also honored his loyalty to the team by gifting him a championship ring and letting him lead the team's championship parade in 2019.
Cool. I mean,
yeah. I mean, I'm down with the clown.
We're gonna see that movie, that football movie. Are we gonna see that? There's so much
With Kurt Warner?
The one about
Kurt Warner with Zach what's his name? Shazam. Chuck.
Zach, not Levi. I don't fucking know.
Why can't I remember Zach's last name? Someone tell me what Zach's last name is. Anyway, if we get a chance, to be honest, anything he's in, I like. So, M. Night Shyamalan.
Zachary Levi. That's his name.
Oh, there we go. Levi, right?
Yeah, it's Levi.
All right. M. Night Shyamalan has recruited his new main man for the Knock at the Cabin movie that he is making.
Who is it?
It's a man who walks alone.
Is it Billy Joe Armstrong?
It's a man who has a tattoo on his belly button.
Dave Navarro.
Oh, so close. You got the first name right. You got the first name right.
Who is it? Dave what?
Batista!
Oh, Dave Bautista's going to be in his next movie?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I Walk Alone is the song that he used to come out to the ring.
I was...
I walk alone! Boom, boom. Anyway. Dave Bautista has lined up his next starring role after the Dune and Army of Dead Star has already done all this, and it's Knock at the Cabin, next movie from M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan didn't go. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm. Kyle Richards will return as Lindsay Wallace in Halloween Ends.
Okay. I mean, yeah, has that been filmed yet? I feel like they would have filmed it already.
No, they haven't filmed it yet.
Huh.
It was the original Halloween was originally filmed in 1978, and she will reprise her role as the little girl, but not as the little girl because now it's 40 years later.
Yeah.
But she was one of the little girls in Halloween. So
okay.
Kevin Feige.
Kevin Feige.
Feige.
Is it Feige or Feige? I think it's Kevin Feige.
Who's the guy that runs MCU?
It's Kevin Feige.
I thought it's not even Feige.
I'm pretty sure.
Everybody says Feige.
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Feige. But what about him? What about that guy?
He announced this week, basically telling us all that the Netflix Marvel Universe isn't bullshit. Because Charlie Cox is coming back, and he is going to be in the MCU.
Charlie Cox. You have to let me know who that is, because I'm a Marvel guy. And don't look away like that. Don't fucking
It's
do
all right.
that. They should drink beer. They should have beer. Okay.
Mhm. All right. Daredevil
Okay.
will be replacing. And now it's calling out for everybody. Everybody's now like, because already Vincent
They're not for
Vincent
real. They're not for real.
is rumored to be in Hawkeye
Okay.
because of what they're setting up right now as Kingpin. And
does that mean they're gonna bring back the Daredevil from the TV show and the Daredevil?
It's Charlie Cox.
I know
It's
you love that.
Daredevil from Netflix.
I know you love that movie. That show. A lot of people love that Daredevil.
Dude,
Personally.
it's to be honest, in order. It is Daredevil. It's Daredevil, the Punisher, Jessica Jones, the Defenders, Luke Cage, Iron Fist. If I had to watch.
Iron Fist is universally reviled though.
Yeah, it sucked, man. Rogue Scott, Rogue.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I was trying not to belch in the microphone, and I had to like hold him. Rogue Scott.
Rogue Squadron. Is that what you're trying to say?
Thank you.
Okay.
Rogue Squadron is back on track with Patty Jenkins at the helm.
So this gonna be a TV series? Or is it gonna be a movie?
It's the movie.
Okay. So Rogue Squadron 2 basically
being made by that one person.
Okay. Your
Star
face is
Wars,
lit.
right?
Oh, yeah,
all the above. Enola Holmes has her own comic book series coming out.
Oh, I'm looking for Enola Holmes too. Honestly.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. Rogers the musical is in the works.
Mr. Rogers musical?
No, Steve Rogers, as in Captain America, which was on the first episode of Hawkeye.
I'm Groot.
I Am Groot is sooner or later.
You should say I'm Steve Rogers. That was the biggest laugh in that
You're just
movie.
being weird now. You're just being weird.
Okay, fine.
Stop trying to touch me there, man.
No,
Universal movies will now hit Peacock 45 days after they've been in the movie theater.
That's fair. I think to give it 45 days because after 45 days, new movies come out. Pay attention. I honestly, I want theaters to remain. I love theaters. So
George Clooney turned down $35 million for one day's work.
Was this like a commercial he was supposed to do?
Yeah, he was supposed to do a commercial for an airline, and I guess they do bad stuff.
George Clooney he's awesome. I love George Clooney. I really do.
Yeah. The House of Fangora Studios. Do you remember Fangora, the magazine?
Yeah.
Is working on one of its first movies that's going to be based all on Medusa.
I love Medusa. I really do.
Yeah, I've been wanting Medusa to come back for a while. I think she could be a Dracula.
She's a feminist all the way. All she wanted to do is be left alone. Why did Perseus have to come and cut her fucking head off like an asshole?
Yeah, and I just want it to work, and hopefully it works well. That maybe Medusa becomes like Pinhead or Freddy Krueger or
yeah,
that's
very scary. Let's not turn to stone though.
All right, now I got two more stories. One, did you ever hear about the story about how a woman accidentally texts somebody, talking about Thanksgiving dinner, and like the dude replied, "You got the wrong number, but I'd be more than happy to come over."
Yeah.
And they've been on Reddit or Facebook or whatever
Yeah.
for the last 5 or 6 years.
This black dude and this old white lady, right?
Yeah. Netflix has just optioned that for a movie.
I'll watch that movie.
I'll watch that movie all day, son. I love good people that are hanging
Heartwarming
out.
stories, yeah.
Yeah. All right. And last but not least,
Mhm.
are you ready for this?
I'm ready for it. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Yeah, let's do it. You could do it, man.
Stan Lee. They have now optioned Stan Lee's first comic books, which were horror comic books, into movies.
Mm-hmm. What?
Sawbones and Carnival of Killers, which predate even all his superhero comics in the 1960s, done by the Wanted director. Oh my gosh, if I try to say this name, I'll be made fun of for the last 35 years.
Hold on, I can look up the Wanted director. Keep going. I'll let you know.
It's like Timur Bekmambetov.
That's a good job, Timur Bekmambetov.
Yeah. He's going to be directing these two horror movies that are based off of Stan Lee's comic books of Sawbones and Carnival of Killers. Now, this is the thing. Me and my wife looked for these. Like, it gives you a description of what these are. Carnival Killers is set amid the Dust Bowl storms that ravaged the Great American Plains in the 1930s around a young girl with psychic abilities who senses the travel. And then Sawbones, I can't remember what Sawbones was. Oh, Sawbones is a homicidal entity who preys upon troubled inmates. So I could not find these comics.
Oh, nowhere?
I couldn't find where these were at. So they say it's Stan Lee, and I want to believe them, but man, I did not find it because now I want them. I want Stan Lee horror. I want Stan Lee horror.
So there's no information on it. You can't find him anywhere in the
I want a horror that has been around Stan Lee.
I got you, man. I understand.
Stan Lee brings all the best horror. But yeah, I'm down for that. So yeah, that's it, man. That's news. Let's wrap her up. That's another segment of Movies That Don't Suck and Something to Do. I gave Chris a bunch of information that he's going to boggle over his brain and yell about it later.
He's not wrong.
Don't yawn. Are you yawning? Are you fucking really yawning?
I'm
you
tired,
sick
man.
son of a bitch.
I'm just tired.
You're tired. You're 35. I'm 41. Look at my excitement. And you're just like, fuck this guy.
But you woke up at like noon. I woke up at 7:30. So
yeah, but I went to bed at 4.
All right, man.
I woke up at 11:10 or whatever.
I texted you at 12. You said no for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was in bed. I got out of bed.
Okay. All right, fair enough. All right. So
I got a different sleeping schedule than others.
All right. What are we talking about now? We're talking about The Power of the Dog, directed by Jane Campion. She's known for The Piano, which she got not a original screenplay Oscar for writing that. She's also done things like Bright Star, Holy Smoke, The Portrait of a Lady from 1996, Sweetie, and this was written also by Jane Campion because she's an auteur in that way. This stars, and it's based on the novel by Thomas Savage. This stars the amazing, the wonderful, the always beautiful Benedict Cumberbatch as Phil Burbank.
No, I reject it because I do not believe in fairy tales about chakras or energy or the power of belief.
Also, this stars Jesse Plemons as George.
I mean, come on, you gotta try.
No.
You go to school, you get a job, you start a family.
And then also Kirsten Dunst as Rose Gordon. Whoops. Sorry.
I know you think we can't be together. But can't you respect me enough to let me make my own decision?
And Cody Smith McPhee as her son Peter Gordon.
You know when people make wishes on
Dandelions?
no, not dandelions, stars?
Mm-hmm.
It's hilarious because the star they're wishing on is like
A dying one?
probably dead.
Why don't you go ahead and read the story on this, pal?
There's a storyline?
Yeah, a big one. A long one.
Is it? Oh my God, why do you do this to me? Why do you
So
do this? But all right.
there's no.
I
There's,
feel like it's good. It's good. I
okay.
think we kind of need this
Okay.
explanation.
All right.
You know, so
Mhm.
all right, there we go. Oh, and it's written by Netflix. Okay.
Yeah.
Severe, pale-eyed, handsome Phil Burbrook is brutally butchering. All of Phil's romance, power, and fragiling is trapped in the past and in the land. He can castrate a with 2 swift slices of his knife. He swims naked in the river, smearing his body with mud. He is a cowboy, as raw as his hides. The year is 1925. The Burbank brothers are wealthy ranchers in Montana. At the Red Mill restaurant, on their way to the market, the brothers meet Rose, the widow Poprius, and her impressionable son Peter. Phil behaves so cruelly he drives them both to tears, revealing in their hurt and rousing his fellow cowhands to laughter. All except his brother George, who comforts Rose, then returns to marry her. As Phil swings between fury and cunning, his taunting of Rose takes an eerie form. He hovers at the edges of her vision, whistling a tune she can no longer play. His mockery of her son is moreover amplified by the cheering of Phil's cowhand disciplines. Then Phil appears to take the boy under his wing. Is this latest gesture a softening that leaves Phil exposed, or a plot twisting further into menace?
So this movie is
That
on
was like
Netflix.
the longest storyline that didn't really say shit.
Yeah, this movie's 2 hours 6 minutes, so it's not short. It's for people who don't like slow burn. You're gonna fall asleep during this thing. I, however, love slow burn.
It wasn't super slow burn.
No.
All right. This was the exact timeline a fucking slow burn should be.
Yeah.
All right. This was 2 hours, 6 minutes. Perfect. And the thing is, as right off the back, you hate Phil.
Yeah, Phil's an asshole. Phil Burbank's
Phil's
definitely an
a
asshole.
dick. He's a major dick. But then you start to feel for Phil.
A little bit. And
yeah.
Then, and then you sort of wonder what Phil's motivations are.
And then all right. Can I say something? I don't know how this is going to be taken. And so this will be live on here. And if you don't think it's going to be taken well,
You want to cut it out of the podcast?
You can cut it out of the podcast.
Okay.
I felt this movie was going to end in ass rape.
That's what you thought?
No, it wasn't just me. Everybody in the room watching this movie.
You thought it was going to end in rape?
Yes. It felt like from the beginning, that's what it felt like this movie was going to end in. And it didn't. And instead, it told a great story.
It did so much better. The twist of this thing is fucking wild.
Fucking fantastic. This is like one of those movies.
This movie is a masterclass in dread, because music is always unsettling. You know, something's just around the corner. You can't tell what it is, dude. It's so good. I love
You're
this movie.
pissed off for half this movie. Half this movie, you're pissed off.
Yeah.
And then you start adding 2 and 2 together, and then the ending of this movie is such a big payoff.
Oh, dude, it's grand. It's so sinister. It's so good. Like,
so good. This movie, this was a good movie. I'm glad. All right, I know originally we were supposed to do the Tom Hanks robot movie, which I'm still gonna see. I'm still gonna see it because it's Tom Hanks. Anything he's in,
I pushed for this hard. Pushed for this one hard.
Yeah, this one, man, this was a good movie.
Yeah, it's beautifully shot. It's period piece and all of its beautifulness. But there is something amazing about the screenplay. How it's shot, the direction. All of this is a masterclass in filmmaking.
And the thing is, all right, and I gotta say this, and I want to make this very clear. There's not a lot of words said in this movie.
No, but there's a lot
Not a
said.
lot.
There's a lot
But
said
there's a
though.
lot said in the sentences that they say,
Yeah.
which is why I couldn't write down half of them. And then on top of that, the cinematography of this movie.
Yeah. So just so you guys know,
And
this was filmed in New Zealand, not the U.S. It was filmed in Jane Campion's homeland of New Zealand. But I
yeah,
mean,
because Montana's not as rogue as it could have
not
been.
not in 1925. Now it's not as beautifully wild as
Mhm.
it was in 1925. But man, I I really like this movie.
But
I really liked it.
I really like this movie. I'm not gonna lie. I was at first I was like, all right, Benedict Cumberbatch, Jesse Plemons, Kristen Dunst. I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down. Yeah, I'll watch. Whatever.
They're so good
Then
in
it
this.
starts,
They're so good.
and
in
then it starts, and I'm just kind of like, oh God.
What did Chris
This
get
is
me
gonna be
into?
one of those. This is gonna be one of those Chris movies. This is slow. This is gonna make me want to pull my eyes out of my sockets and throw them against the wall. This is taking forever. What the fuck just happened?
Yeah, what's going on here? Yeah.
Wait, what? What? What the hell did he just say?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? And then it's like where this movie went was amazing. My to give you an idea of how is it
Captivating.
captivating that it is my wife who normally passes out at like 9:90, right? And I put this movie on at 8:30, you know.
Yeah.
No, maybe right about 9 actually.
Okay.
And she's like, yeah, I'll just pass out watching it, whatever.
Yeah. No.
Nope, credits hit. She was there with me. She was watching it too. She's like, what the fuck? And I was like, right?
Yeah, I actually said out loud, no one's in the house with me. Who was out doing something. I go, no fucking way. That's what I said out loud.
Was this based off of a book or was this just
Based off a book, but the book actually is more explicit than the movie. The movie has a beautiful way of not spoon feeding answers, letting it come to yourself.
Yeah. And I agree with that. You need to be a little smart to watch this movie. So you're gonna watch it and you might be like, I don't know what's going on there.
It's very nuanced.
Yeah. So Chris just messed up and he hit the wrong button on something, and now we don't get Chris for another minute because he has to go upload, download, reload, and do all his computer stuff. This is the great things about doing just a live vlog because you can see the behind the scenes thing. And if you listen to the episode later, this won't be in it. None of this will be in it. So I can sit here and I see that there's a few of you still viewing. If there's any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer anything. Throw a little question out there and I'll be more than happy to answer. Because I'm never going to allow Chris back on the screen ever again. Chris is not allowed. I used to love him, but he's now just a poor man with a poor soul somewhere else. Sooner or later, he'll come back. I don't know why. Why he left me. Why did you leave me, Chris? Why? Why? He leaves me a lot. It's okay. I'm used to it. So, Coke and hookers? No? Hookers and below? No? All right. Yeah. Okay. I think Chris is finally back. I think he finally reloaded and got it all going. Are you there, Chris?
I am here.
Oh my gosh, you're back.
So this movie is very nuanced. The storytelling is very nuanced. So you need to pay attention when you're watching it, because, like I said, it didn't spoon feed you answers. So you need to sort of keep your eyes open, and keep your ears filled with what you're watching. Also, I think being in it like if you're staring at your phone, I think you'll have a problem. It being in it, it really ratchets up the dread in this movie. This
Oh,
movie's all
dude.
about.
Dunst and Benedict didn't even talk the entire time during filming. Only their scenes.
It's so hard also for myself to see Benedict Cumberbatch, such a lovely person, but he's such a dickhole. Right?
Yeah. Cumberbatch, to get into the character of Phil, did not wash for almost 2 weeks.
Fucking gross.
And he also started chain smoking, which gave him nicotine poisoning 3 times.
There's a lot of smoking in this movie too.
Yeah.
Both movies we saw have lots of smoking in them.
And the thing is, originally it wasn't supposed to be Dunst. It was supposed to be Elizabeth Moss.
Yeah, wasn't Benedict supposed to be like Chris Evans or something?
No,
like
no,
that?
Benedict was still in it. Paul Dano.
Paul Dano, right?
Dan was originally supposed to be playing the Jesse Plemons part, but then he got the role as the Riddler in the new Batman movie.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, I'm gonna kind of take that. And so when Dunst got cast, then they grabbed Jesse Plemons, who was also, and to be honest,
they're probably like
they did a great job.
They think they hired us like, you think your husband would be cool with playing this part? They're probably like that.
Oh man, I don't know.
Okay, I don't want to give anything away about this movie because there's so much.
Jane Campion.
Jane Campion.
Is that the writer?
That's the right director. Jane Campion. It's the right director.
She wrote she's been a long fan of Dunst and had attempted to work with her in a prior project before this one. Wrote her a letter. Campion wrote her a letter in 2001, and Dunst keeps that letter with her to this day.
That's nice.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah, that's nice.
No one ever keeps letters. I write them.
I don't think you've written me a letter yet.
No, but your Christmas gifts are there.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
But yeah, so I'm just gonna tell you right now, man. If you're listening to us and you want a movie, there is a slow burn part of this movie, but at the same time there isn't.
Yeah, the ending is insane. Insane movie. Insane.
This movie is insane. When you figure it all out by the end, you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Yeah, pay attention, guys. This is a great movie.
All right. So let's get some quotes and let's finish her up, man. Let's get her done.
Let's get her done.
For what kind of a man would I be if I didn't help my own mother? I never seen a woman behind the wheel of a car. It's so weird. I just thought that was funny because
that's funny.
That was 100 years ago, man. Remember how fast the old lady brought the girls out here when we barely got hard-ons? Well, old timer, what's in the noodle? You two can keep your apologies to yourself. I'm not coming. You're Phil, so you weren't eaten by a cougar? Where could a man be if he does everything his mother said? Get out of here, you little old bitch. Don't let your ma make a sissy out of you. Why always stars? Because stars are unreachable. Bronco Henry told me a man is made by patience and the obstacles before him. Everything is going to be plain sailing for you from now on. Deliver my soul from the sword, my darling, from the power of the dog.
What's your score on this?
4. Easily.
4.4 on this one.
I figure you would get a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did have some kind of slow burn on me, but at the same time, man, I had to watch a fucking different movie right away, so I didn't hate Benedict Cumberbatch.
I kind of want to watch this again. I might watch it again.
Yeah, and I understand that. And
Yeah.
I went and watched Doctor Strange right away because I was like, I want to like him again. Please let me like Benedict Cumberbatch again after this. And I probably should have jumped into like Sherlock Holmes. I haven't watched that in a while. But damn.
Yeah.
Damn. And the thing is, let's just be honest right now. Let's throw this right now out there. And we haven't been doing our job covering this actor. Because he had 3 major movies that came out this past year, and we didn't cover a single one of them.
Are you talking about Cody Smith McPhee?
Yeah, and also The Courier, and he also did like Benedict, like during the pandemic, released like a couple of movies, bruh.
Yeah, he did a lot. He's done a lot.
And we just went right around it like, fuck him. Who cares?
So you know the electrical life flew on it and then we're retaining it. What was it, didn't we? It was somewhere.
Yeah, and then Sleep Sound, The Legend of Dirsa. Oh, well, you narrated that one. The Carrier, which came out in 2020. The miniseries. We didn't see that one. The Matreon.
No, we didn't. That's what the one with the. That's the one with the. What's her face?
Yeah, we didn't see that one. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a really good one. Really good one.
That was a really good movie.
Jodie Foster. Yeah.
Yeah, but we didn't see The Courier.
Yeah, well,
we didn't see the Wayne. Like, really, what's wrong with us? What the fuck? It's Benedict Cumberbatch. Why did we just look up his shit?
Benedict Cumberbatch is amazing. We're both Cumberbitches, so we gotta get on that. You know, maybe we got.
He makes me feel frothy.
Okay.
I don't even know what that means. I just said it out loud.
Okay, so this I want you to go ahead and guess the audience score on this one. Remember, this is the audience
score has to be 71.
63.
Ah, gosh, I've been way off today. All right.
Audience says if you're able to settle for a slow ride, Power of the Dog's great acting and interesting ideas make the journey worthwhile. Now, what's the critic score on this?
82.
96.
Damn! So far off from each other. All right.
Consensus is brought to life by a stellar ensemble led by Benedict Cumberbatch. The Power of the Dog reaffirms writer-director Jane Campion as one of our generation's finest filmmakers. Yeah, I think this will be up for the awards at the end of the year, for sure. I think this will be brought up for at least best cinematography or best directing. This is an insane movie, an insanely good movie, and it's mesmerizing. It's captivating. It's all those things I want out of a slow burn movie. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm glad we saw this. You know.
I'm really glad we saw this.
I'm glad I pushed for it. Are you good, man? Don't fall asleep on me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was doing what you did earlier. You yawned.
Sorry, pal.
You yawned.
You can find some movies.
Yawned.
You can find some movies. Don't stop. You can find some movies. Would you like to play a game? I'm sorry. Let the game
I was doing my death metal voice, and you went to like. Why do you say? Would you like to play a game? What? I'm not Jigsaw.
I'm sorry.
Were you trying to do Bane?
Let the games begin. Yeah, that one. But
Were you trying to do Bane?
Yeah, I was. Do Bane for me.
No.
Do Bane for me.
No one cared until I put on the mask of who I was.
Okay, good. You can find us on Movies Don't Suck.net. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/Movies Don't Suck. You can find us on Movies Don't Suck.net. We're on Facebook, facebook.com. We're We're on Facebook, facebook.com/podcast. We're on Twitter at MTS Podcast. We're on Instagram at MTS Podcast. We're on Twitch at MTS Podcast. And if you guys want to buy shirts with our names and faces on it, go to bonfire.com/movies don't suck. It's something to do. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/movies don't suck. And we're on all stream platforms, or you listen to podcasts, you can find Movies Don't Suck and Some That Do. You know, remind the people how we do things.
If you got a small business, I'll be more than happy to promote it with you every day of the week. Make sure you just send us an information. Be like, hey, yeah. And I'll be like, yeah. And I'll be like, yeah. And you'd be like, yeah, yeah. And we'll be like, yeah. But anyway, we'll advertise for you. We'll do it free as charge, especially if you're a small business trying to get started. We want to help you out. So just let us know. I'll be more than happy to promote you. And if you want some commercial work done, I know some good salespeople and some radio stations in different parts of the country. Just telling you, it's not a false statement.
You good?
But yeah, we're good. You good? Let's do it. Hit that outro. That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name's Neil.
I'm Chris.
And remember, next time you go to the store to buy yourself that Gucci bag, remember, it was probably a bitch that made you do it. Have a good night. Get it? Because power of the dog.
Yeah, I got you, man.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I get it.
That's funny.
All right, so guys, thanks for listening.
I just sent you I sent you something, and it's adorable.
Okay.
In the messenger, it's so cute. It's a great T-shirt.
Oh, punish her.
you see it though? I was like, oh my god, I can't believe that's going on there.
Only if she wants to be that.
Huh?
Only she's willing to be.
Yeah, you get paid $8 million for 6 months to live here, but you have to live with your third at. It's a house and basically a hill, and it has a huge pool, a garden. Yeah, I'd fucking live there for 6 months with someone. Who's my third at? Let's do this. At. Well, never mind. That's an easy fucking answer. Guess who my third at was at?
Is it your wife?
No.
Oh.
It was you.
We'll do that. We can do that. We'll definitely do that.
Yeah, for $3 million?
yeah, absolutely.
Or $8 million. $8 million, $4 million a piece? Fuck, dude. We're down. We're down.
Yeah, we're podcast.
I'm down with the clown. No, we'll still do the podcast. It'll be the only thing that we do. It's just we'll have like different backgrounds. Like, I'm here in the Caribbean.
yeah.
Last night when I went to the movie theater, it was 30 gangsters trying to steal my wallet. Anyway.
Oh, you mean that the private movie theater we're building for ourselves?
Here's that movies shopped in. Yeah.
It
happened. All right. Thank you later, brother. Thank you everybody for watching. Have a good night.